Stay one more night. Don't you know that my love is true? Let's make things right. I understand what you're going through. Stay one more night, and I know that it's not too late. Let's make things right. You just have to believe in fate.
Hi everyone, we are here at Montebello Villa Hotel for the vintage car display of Tour de Cebu 2018. Vintage car enthusiasts and drivers gathered at the Montebello Villa Hotel for the 5th Tour de Cebu Vintage Car Display last November 15, 2018. Cars dating from 1972 and older were on display as they prepare for the Tour de Cebu Historic Rally on the same week.
Tour de Cebu is an annual event. It's a touristic rally where cars, generally 1972 and older, come to run for 1,000 kilometers.
When we started this because of our passion and love for cars, and now there's a lot of interest. We think sometimes of tourism, we think of the usual beaches and the obvious. But an event like this, like the Mille Miglia in Italy, draws in millions of spectators from around the world. And we started this in Cebu. It's the only one of its kind in Southeast Asia and gaining traction.
The event was organized by the Performance and Classics Enthusiasts of Cebu, or PACE, which is a premier car club for exotic car owners and collectors.
Yeah, so when you drive a vintage car, it's a wonderful feeling because it's really you and the machine. In these cars, they have no power steering, no aircon, no driver aids, there's no electronic. You just have the very basic gauges to tell you how fast you're going, your fuel tank, how hot the engine. Very, very simple. And yet, when you drive it, even if you're going slow, you feel fast. You're feeling fast because the whole car shakes. The brakes are not very, very good. But then it requires really a lot of skill to go fast around corners.
So in a way, we crave for that analog feel in old cars where, you smell the burnt gasoline, you smell oil, you smell brake pads. These are some of the things that make the driving so much more memorable.
Hardly fixed with older cars, with the classic cars, then you have to have that passion, and you bring in, you have a car that you would be repairing and then making sure that it's this old part that you try to secure it and put it back to what it's supposed to be. And that's what you see right now, it's being displayed. So the passion of doing the repairs and driving those cars.
The event started out in 2013 and continues to gain more and more attention from all over the world, garnering competitors from countries like Spain and Singapore.
Well, yeah, we're on our 5th year, and every year is really an experience. This year, having been a veteran participant, I wanted to believe that I was prepared already. But leading up into the race, something always comes up. So up until last week, I had to change some major parts again. So it's always thrilling. I always say the race doesn't begin tomorrow during the flag off, but it begins from when you prepare your car for the race. So it's exciting every year.
In this year's Tour de Cebu, the route goes for its 3rd year in Bohol, traversing 1,000 kilometers of touristic roads. To ensure the safety of the vintage cars, several safety preparations are required.
So safety items, first, the lights must be complete, the headlight, the signal lights, the brake lights, and then the tires must be good. And then we require them to have a seat belt because by law you need a seat belt. And then, of course, as an added safety feature, we require each car to have a fire extinguisher. We all know these are very old cars and they're very, very prone to fire. So, as an added safety feature, each car must have a fire extinguisher.
Given that these cars are at least as old, if not older than 1972, it is common for them to break down during the race.
My stat for the past 2 years, I think a good 15% to 20% of the cars really have troubles and they don't make it up to the finish line.
Tour de Cebu also has a team to help out the drivers in case they break down during the race.
Especially here in Cebu, the Cebuanos are very generous and hospitable. If the entries from Manila have some problems, they assist naman, you know. They let their mechanics, they lend their mechanics, they lend some spare parts. As you all know, these cars they have barely any spare parts left. So it's like treasure if you have some spare parts.
Several personalities joined the race with their vintage cars, including Kenneth Cobanque himself.
This car is a 1965 Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint Speciale. Okay, it's a rare car made by Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo is considered like baby Ferraris, no? And I just finished restoring it. I got this car in the US, and I'm very excited to drive
In
it.
the awarding ceremony last November 19, Louis Alvarez with co-driver Justin Neri were awarded 2018 Tour de Cebu Grand Champion with their 1972 Datsun 240Z, car number 28. Coming in second place overall was Mary Kakalan and co-drivers Stephen Tadlik with their 1970 Datsun 240Z, car number 17. Third place overall was awarded to Cesar Azanza and co-driver Miguel Polido with their 1972 Porsche 914, car number 200.
It's been a very memorable experience. It's very exciting. I think, first of all, I'm from Cebu, and for us, people from Cebu, to come up with an event that's almost global in terms of appeal, it's been a very, very proud experience for us.
You have a vintage car sitting around, and many of you probably think they're not capable. You'll be surprised that if you put your car in a roadworthy state, these cars can do wonders. And the experience it gives you is nothing like the new cars can give. So I encourage most of you, either you bring out and dust off your old cars and get them running, or try to look into acquiring one. And I guarantee you the experience is worth all of it.
Not only potential participants, but even viewers, Tour de Cebu is an amazing experience. It's a very photogenic event. You can catch our Instagram page and also our Facebook, Tour de Cebu. You can be very, very proud because one of the highlights of Tour de Cebu is we like to say we are almost like a touristic rally. We highlight the beauty of the Philippine Islands. We highlight actually the friendliness of our people, our ability to mount a world-class event, and so on and so forth. So this is really a source of pride.
For MyTV Cebu, this has been Ryan Guzman.